In the world of AI, we kind of have this built-in assumption, right? If one AI agent is good, then a whole team of them, well, that's got to be better. It just feels intuitive. But what if that intuition is completely, fundamentally wrong? Today, we're diving into some absolutely groundbreaking research that shows why for AI agents, more can actually be a whole lot less. Let's get right into it. So let's just start with the main event, the big question. Is it really possible that by building an AI team, you could end up with something that's dumber, slower, and way more expensive? Well, the answer this research gives us is a pretty shocking and very loud yes. For a while now, the entire AI industry has been buzzing about things like agent swarms and multi-agent systems. The common wisdom is that collaboration is the secret sauce, the key to unlocking some next-level AI capability. And it makes sense. We think about human teams, we divide and conquer, but what we're finding out is that AI agents don't play by the same rules. And look, this isn't just a theory or a hunch. This comes from a seriously impactful paper towards a science of scaling agent systems. What makes it so important is that it gives us the first real quantitative framework for understanding how these systems scale. They ran over 180 controlled experiments to give us hard data. We're moving away from just guessing and into a real science of how to build these things. And this right here, this is the entire argument of the paper in one single sentence. It's so critical, I really want you to let this one sink in. It's saying that teams only work under very specific conditions. For pretty much everything else, there are these two hidden forces that just jump in and absolutely wreck performance: coordination overhead and error amplification. So the real key is understanding those two forces. So let's talk about those hidden costs. When you build a multi-agent system, you're not just getting more brainpower. You're also adding all these new kinds of performance taxes on your system's budget. Okay, the first and probably biggest cost is something they call the coordination tax. Just think about it for a second. Every single time agents have to talk to each other, or send a file, or just wait for another agent to finish its part, they are burning through tokens and time. And that's budget that is not being spent on solving the actual problem you gave them. As we're about to see, this tax can be absolutely devastating. So just how big is this tax? Well, the research found this really critical number, 45%. What they discovered is that if a single agent, all by itself, can solve a task correctly about 45% of the time, bringing in teammates doesn't just fail to help, it actually hurts performance. The coordination tax completely outweighs any possible benefit. A strong agent doesn't need help, it just needs less interference. And if that coordination tax wasn't bad enough, there's a second, even scarier cost: error amplification. Yeah, look at that number. A single mistake by just one agent can get amplified by a factor of over 17. It's like a game of telephone, where the message gets more and more mangled with every step. One agent makes one tiny mistake, and it can derail the entire project. So if teams are this risky, when on earth do they actually work? Well, the paper's biggest insight is this. You have to match the structure of your agent team, what they call its topology, to the structure of the task itself. It's all about alignment. And this table just lays out that principle perfectly. It's basically a practical roadmap. So if a task is parallelizable, think running thousands of simulations all at once. Then yeah, a multi-agent team is exactly what you want. But if the task is sequential, like building a legal argument step by step, or if it's tool-heavy, like browsing the web, a single agent is almost always going to be better. It's really just about picking the right tool for the job. Okay, that's the theory. It's great, but let's make this feel real. We're going to look at two case studies straight from the paper that perfectly show this principle in action. One where a team fails spectacularly, and one where it succeeds brilliantly. First up, the failure. The task: research some financial data online. This is a classic sequential, tool-heavy job. This single agent, it just gets to work, follows the steps, and completes the task. Easy. But the three-agent team, a researcher, an analyst, and a compiler, they spent up to 40% of their entire token budget just talking to each other. They literally ran out of money and failed. This is the coordination tax biting back hard. Now, let's look at the success story. The task is a financial simulation, a perfectly parallelizable problem. And here, the multi-agent team absolutely shines. Because each agent can run a piece of the simulation on its own, the coordination cost is tiny, less than 5%. And the result? A massive 3 to 4 times speed up. This is where agent teams aren't just a little better, they're completely essential. So, what does all this mean for the people who are actually building these AI systems? Well, the great thing about this research is that it doesn't just point out the problems, it gives us a clear, actionable blueprint for how to design them better from the start. And here it is, a super simple checklist for designing better agents. First, you classify your task using that taxonomy we just saw. Second, apply the 25% rule. If coordination is costing you more than a quarter of your budget, your design is probably wrong. Third, check that 45% threshold. If a single agent is already doing okay, don't add more agents. Make it smarter first. And finally, always manage that error risk. Don't let agents build on top of each other's shaky foundations. And look, if you don't remember anything else from this whole explainer, please remember this one sentence. This is the distilled wisdom from all 180 of those experiments. It's a simple, powerful rule that can save you countless hours, tokens, and headaches. Use teams for parallel work and a single, strong agent for almost everything else. So I'll leave you with a final thought to chew on. Now that you have this framework, this new way of looking at AI systems, think about the AI products and services you use every single day. How many of them do you think are trying to force a team of agents to do a one-person job? You might be pretty surprised by what you start to see. If you found this explainer valuable, please do us a favor and hit that like button. Share it with someone you know who builds or uses AI. And definitely subscribe to KYC AI Labs for more deep dives into the science behind the headlines. Thanks so much for watching.